Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Zunist Zunbils. In our last episode we finished our two, actually de jure wars, not holy wars, over here to take another couple of counties, which is good. Is this the entire duchy that we have now here, and this whole duchy here as well? And let's see, what duchy is this? Okay, so we have pretty neat borders up to the de jure duchy limits there, which is pretty good. We'll probably still continue expanding in this direction, of course, no need to stop here. But I think before we do that, I'd like to start taking care of this little eyesore down here. Fortunately, the Abbasids shouldn't be too much of a problem, since we know they aren't very good at sending troops over here. Let's actually have a look at what's going on in Europe while we're here. Like, Germany is a thing, under King Philibert, who is a Carling. Frisia is looking pretty good there. You don't usually see such a nice looking Frisia. King Willem here. That's pretty cool. Alba owns the southern part of Ireland there. Svithiod is looking pretty strong in Scandinavia. Ruthenia is very large. And the Byzantium looks very strong. They're extending up northwards here. And a bit of a revolt going on in the Umayyads, but doesn't look like it's too dangerous. Interesting, okay. See you later then, Europe. We are also in this holy war against the Seljuks, of course, so let's unpause and continue with that. And we have a new heir. So this is our son this time. We fulfilled our ambition. He is a completely undistinguished character in every way, but that's okay. Since we're still on ultimogeniture, it's pretty likely he's not going to actually be our ultimate heir anyway. So we can try to become a paragon of virtue or have a daughter. I think we'll choose paragon of virtue, actually. We are in a holy war, so I think we get some piety for winning this. Though it might be that we just get back the piety that it cost us to declare it. And we're taking a little attrition here in the mountains, which I don't really like. Seljuk's army is moving into the neighbouring county though, so we might just go and attack them when they get there. During a visit to Bost, satrap, this guy, and his entourage were accosted by brigands who made off with several valuables. Efforts to catch the thieves have failed, and the satrap is now demanding compensation from the mayor. The matter has been brought to arbitration at our court. I think this time we'll just pay the 50 gold. This mayor is my direct vassal in my capital, so I guess we don't want to annoy him. Or the satrap, obviously. Recent events have increased our grasp of stewardship, so we get amateur steward for the rest of our lives, giving us +1 stewardship, which is very nice. I do still think I'm going to change my focus, though. Actually, yeah, I was going to change to war focus, but since we took the Paragon of Virtue ambition, why don't we change to a theology focus? Which hopefully will give us some events that will help with our piety. Not sure exactly what we get with this. I don't think we get the ability to go on pilgrimages or anything, since that's a Christian thing. Alright, so actually now that I look at this, this siege is progressing pretty quickly, so I'll just wait for it to be over before we go fight the Seljuk army. I live my life as other men do, navigating its rocks and obstacles, doing my best to achieve success in my endeavours. Still, everything we do takes place in the light of Zun, and we must take care lest the influence of darkness comes into our lives. We can say, indeed it is so, and gain piety. We can ponder this more deeply, gain 30 piety and +1 learning, or we can lose 10 piety. We'll gain the 30, of course, and the extra learning. That's that county sieged. We'll hopefully get here before he finishes taking that back, and we did. Gained some war score from the battle as well. And we have a new vassal satrap here of Merv, who is 7 years old, so we're not going to need to worry about him for a while. Actually, wonder if we could educate him ourselves. We can. Great, okay. So this way we can make sure that he doesn't become ambitious or anything like that, and also I think he'll get a permanent opinion bonus because of the relationship we'll have. Have a title in danger passing out of our realm, okay. Just because this guy is matrilineally married. Well, if it happens, it happens. Pretty sure this county has changed hands between us and various other people here more times than any other one, so if we have to conquer it one more time, we'll do it. We are taking prisoners. And our Chief of Gurgen has declared a holy war on this revolt, actually. Okay, interesting. I don't really like his chances of being able to win that before the revolt ends, since it seems that the single county that the revolt has is being sieged right now. Father was very upset, and I had to promise him I would look into the matter. His daughter had supposedly been raped by Marshal Satrap Zusru, and the father demanded the marshal's head on a plate. Good lord. We can fine him, become arbitrary, okay. We can imprison him, which is going to annoy everybody, but we would potentially gain the trait Just, which we already have, or we can accuse the daughter of lying. In which case we could become arbitrary again. I think we have to imprison him. Not just for the fact that we want to avoid becoming arbitrary, but because we are just. I guess that means we need to appoint a new marshal. Fortunately, we have this guy here who is going to be very good at the job. We'll have him train troops, of course. So, our former marshal here is pretty unhappy with me. However, we could just release him. It would improve his opinion somewhat and improve the opinions of all of our vassals, in fact. So we may not need to worry about that. Or we could ransom him for, I think, 145 gold. And actually, I think I will do that. Okay, we're not actually sieging here. I guess these lower holdings are not held by the Seljuks. They're independent, it looks like, actually. Interesting. Alright then, we'll move along to the next county over here then. And we do have a pretty decent amount of money now, thanks to that ransom and our general income, I guess. So we could possibly build some more upgrades here. And I think we'll go for training grounds. Now let's just build actually a keep. Just in our capital and keep the 1,000 gold. Just for the moment. It also seems that we have retained our domain limit of 7, even though we no longer have the stewardship focus. So we could potentially build another castle, which we do have the space for. Just the one, though. I don't think I want to blow all my money on that just yet, though. Actually, we wouldn't even be able to build a castle in here. We would have to build a temple. Oh, never mind. We might build it at some point, but since we're not going to be able to hold it personally, I think it's a lower priority. Alright, we definitely don't want this army to siege back this land. But I think we have time to finish our siege here and then go fight it. This satrap has declared a war for all kinds of things on another satrap. Okay. Well, I guess they can fight each other if they want. Okay, we have the Rise of the Shia, which I'm pretty sure we had before. The fools fight among themselves. There are many mysteries in the Church of Zun faith. It might be interesting to spend some time delving into the old text of the legends. Yes, absolutely. I will dedicate more time to reading these scriptures. Gain some piety. Okay, we finished the siege here. We'll go fight this army. Won't give us any war score, but it will retain our siege here. If we're going to catch them. We're not. So maybe we'll just stay here since we didn't actually reset their siege progress, so we'd better actually go to the county. Did win a siege up here though. And we're up to 93%, so it won't be too much longer. Okay, our roar has been converted. Down here. So just this newly gained county here is still to be converted. We have a couple of Muslim counties over here as well. Other than that, we're almost fully religiously unified, which is pretty good. In the past few months, you have been spending many nights reading the legends. The texts contain many items of wisdom and also give hints to the most important mysteries of the Giver of Justice. These sacred texts illuminate me. So we gain 20 piety and +1 learning for only 3 years. Okay, that's fine though. So I guess religious studies never expires, but ancient wisdom is only for 3 years. It's fine. So this army is not actually hostile to the Seljuks. I guess it's a different army. Who knows what's going on here? I guess his other war is not still running. Okay. Another county converted. And with that siege we are up to 100%, so we can just go ahead and enforce our demands here. And disband our troops, of course. Apparently we vassalized the city here rather than taking it, presumably because the current holder is already of my religion, which is good. And these three are independent, as I said. Let's see if they would just accept vassalization. No, of course not. Okay. We're just gonna have to conquer them, assuming they're all Tengri. Probably actually check. They are, okay. So that's fine, we'll conquer them. And give away all these holdings and these ones. I guess there was only a single Zunist character left after the years that they were under the Seljuks, which is kind of unfortunate. We do also need to give away the counties, of course. Not in prison, they can be married. Not already a ruler, but they, of course, must be my religion and my culture. Not a great house. We'll just go for random high stewardship people. cannot do it because that's involved in an ongoing war. Okay. Interesting. Alright, this one then. Alright, so apparently we're not able to grant out this one. Okay, I guess we inherited some kind of war. Alright. I think what was going on with that army was a couple of his vassals were fighting each other. That's what makes sense. I guess we probably shouldn't have disbanded our troops in that case. We're just going to have to hold on to this county. Fortunately, we have the domain limit for it. We'll be able to give it away once we take care of this, though. With only 2,000 troops to fight, I don't think we are going to need to raise all of our vassal levies. We'll just raise a reasonable amount from nearby. Already got yours, apparently. Okay, this should be plenty. We have a new satrap of Varna Satrapy, who is a huge fan of mine. Always nice to see. I think we'll wait till we have a few more troops before we start sending this army up there. We have a new satrap of Sistan as well, who's a pretty big fan of me too. And he's also just vaguely upset for -10, so I guess that's unfortunate. He'll probably get over it. Alright, hopefully we can get here before they actually siege the holding. I had to break up a fight between my ward Fath and another child today. Fath's heart is filled with envy, so we'll try to make him become kind, I think. I have to sort of remind myself when educating him that I don't want to do the usual thing I would do if I was educating, for example, my heir, make him ambitious and all that kind of stuff. I want to make him a compliant vassal, but still pretty good character if I can. So after 100 years under the Zunbil Shaddam, the Varna Satrapy is no longer considered a de jure part of the Kalakuri Kingdom. Okay, let's check out the de jure kingdoms. I guess that was this one? I forgot the name of the satrapy already. But I think that would be it. Every time my ward meets a stranger, he looks like he might faint. Well, I don't think we want him to become shy. Gregarious would be better. Alright, we gained some technology. We are slowly making our way here, attacking into the mountains, of course, but not a problem, I think. We're not going to catch him anyway, that's fine. We'll follow to here, which would be better. Really, I should have taken the opportunity when I had my levies lowered to declare war on these 3 sub-vassals here. So I was going to have an army in the area anyway. It's okay though. Are catching him here. We destroyed the army, we're up to 75%, we captured some prisoners. Alright, I think this is basically going to be one we're already getting the ticking war score. So I think we'll just disband these troops. And assume that we'll be able to coast to victory. And we should be able to declare these wars now. County claim. This is going to result in him becoming a vassal of the Count. Okay, just making sure. That's what I want to happen. So unfortunately this guy is going to end up with 3 Tengri sub-vassals in his county. But I guess that's his problem, not mine. Actually, we'll not use our domain troops, since they cost us money to maintain. Should be able to get plenty of troops from our vassals nearby. For a long while now, you have not felt the presence of the sun in your thoughts. You are starting to wonder whether there really is any truth in the legends, or if perhaps it is just an old book written by clever liars. And say it must be so, the sun is dead, and gain the trait cynical, or say these blasphemous feelings will soon pass. Gain 30 piety, but maybe become stressed. Yeah, I think we'll do this. I mean, I guess one of the things about being a sun worshipper is that you can just look up in the sky and see the sun. You don't really have to doubt its existence. But we avoided becoming stressed anyway. Alright, so we'll just get our armies up here to start sieging these, and if we need to, we'll divert some troops to take care of this army. We are going to have to wait till next episode to finish these wars though, because we are out of time for now, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.